All right.
All right.
Nerd Farmers, welcome again to Nerd Farmcast episode 45. We can't get rid of the echo even though we all have headphones on. But just so you guys know, this is the 2015 Farmys. I am Burke.
I am Kevin. Is that loud? Is that happening
That's
again?
Kevin! There we go.
It is.
I got it to you just in time. Just in time.
What did you get to me? Was I supposed to hear it?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So, I have a list of the best games of 2015, maybe the worst. I don't know in what kind of particular order they will be in, and I will just start with the first one here.
Jump
Kevin.
into it, man. Yes.
One that we will talk about a little bit more, but you had the award for the most undeservingly shit-on multiplayer game of the year. And what game does that go to?
That goes to Star Wars Battlefront. Did I say it?
Yeah, and so
Have you played it?
I have, and I think it's okay. Do you really like it?
I do really like it, surprisingly enough. I don't know if it's because it's a different multiplayer experience that I'm used to. Because you know me, I go annual with the Call of Duties every year because I'm sick and I'm part of the corporate machine.
Yes.
But it's first of all, I like the maps. I like the gameplay. It's actually a little bit punchier. People keep on comparing it to Battlefield, which that's fair. They made it, but there's something about the gunplay that's a little more arcadey, I want to say. Like, you don't have to worry about realism too much in that game, because how could you, dude? Like, you get a guy shooting lightning out of his hands in a match, and X-wings dropping down in your face. But I enjoy it. I especially going online. I've got this small army of people that have been playing with me. Do you have a PS4?
No, I have it on Xbox because my buddy Nick got it. Yeah, and so I probably should be playing it.
Okay.
He talked me into getting it. He talked me into getting it, but all Nick plays is fucking the flight simulator one, whatever mode that is.
Oh, Fighter Squadron.
Fighter Squadron, in which I hate.
Yeah, that's not where the fun's at.
Yeah, I'm terrible at it, and so he's really good at it. So when I play with him, that's all I end up playing. But as for me, I'm a big Star Wars fan, so I like all the Star Wars stuff. The only thing I don't like is the there we go. It should be presenting to everyone. I don't know why it's still swapping back and forth. It's being stupid. Here we go. Let's try this again.
Oh. I'm unaffected, so I don't know what's...
Well,
yeah.
I'm in control of everything, and I'm doing a shitty job. Just know what that is. Take that for what it is.
I just assumed.
So I really like Star Wars. The only thing I don't like about it is it rewards the higher players. Like, sometimes games kind of do that, but Star Wars is, oh, hey, look, you don't have a rocket pack. You don't have a homing shot. You don't have a personal shield. Oh, guess what? All these people do, and they're fucking shitting on you.
That'll happen. But I don't know. I've never really had an issue with it because I enjoy the gunplay so much where it's just like, you can't really get away from me. And I use like one of the standard blasters in the game. But yeah, no, it's true. The reward system takes a while too. Where there's some rewards I haven't unlocked and I'm a level like 36. And I'm like, why do you have it at such a high access? But I understand why it gets shit on here and there because there isn't enough content because they freaking ripped apart the game and threw it into like a DLC campaign, a $50 season pass, no less. But I'm pretty sure that's all EA and a lot less DICE on that scenario.
I don't doubt it.
But it's an enjoyable game. It's refreshing. I like playing it. And it got like kind of a second chance because people shit on it at first, and then a lot of people were dissuaded from it, and then they did that $40 deal for it during, like, I think the holiday, and people just started jumping on it like crazy. Like, I'm never not in a full match, which is fun. Which I don't know about other multiplayer games. But
what's your favorite mode?
Blast, just standard blast. It's small. It's small maps. It's just team deathmatch.
I like that one is not the one I like the least, but I like the Walker Assault just because there's stuff going on all the time. it seems like the spawning is a little bit better. And my second favorite one is droids. So I like objectives. I like having to move
Yeah.
around and stuff. I don't like just shooting people. And that's probably why I don't do as well either, because I'm doing a lot more objective stuff than just kind of team deathmatch.
All
But we
right.
can't talk about Star Wars Battlefront the
No,
entire
we can't.
podcast. So
We have an obligation here, Burke.
and there's some that we will like definitely skim past. Like,
Link. Yeah.
I have like the best digital port from Xbox 360 is to Xbox One is World of Tanks. They did a fantastic job. You played
Okay.
World of Tanks?
No.
Okay, World of Tanks is a fantastic free-to-play game. There's a reason they make so much money because they make very good games. World of Warships is coming out. World of Warships is going to be really good. But World of Tanks is a fantastic game. It's a lot of fun. One that I've been playing a lot of, and people who have actually played this game will completely agree with me. It is the best trash collection simulator goes to Fallout 4.
I agree. It's true. We're still collecting trash after all this time.
Everywhere we go, we're collecting trash. You can't just be like, I want to go into that building and I'm going to kill some things. You're like, no, I'm going to go into that building. I need a globe. I need a microscope. Hopefully, I'll blow up a super mutant with a big bomb on his hand so that I can pick up some nuclear material. Because that's what normal people do in the wasteland.
Right, I'm looking for fans, small desk fans specifically, because they have screws, at least 2, I think, every time you pick one up. Yeah. So that's my major concern when I walk into a ghoul's nest. You know, how many intact fans can I find?
And I think it's very true to life of what the next, what the apocalypse will be like, where I know I'll be like, we'll go into some place and say, hey, that's a lamp, and I'm going to use the 2 screws out of this lamp. Because I lurk very well on Instagram. You posted, was it a gutter on Instagram that maybe was a steel?
Yeah, it was the gutter from my apartment complex that got blown off during the night.
But you are not as good as a trash collector as I was, because I was more interested in the 6 cigarette butts that would give me asbestos that I need, and cotton and cloth.
I overlooked it. I did.
Yeah, you overlooked it, but I thought.
You got my back. See, we need to be companions out there in the
We would
wasteland, bro.
survive. Somehow, if the apocalypse came, you in Florida and me in Nevada, we would meet somewhere and be the best damn trash collectors in the wasteland.
In the middle.
I don't want to go straight down my list. What do you have as another award for you? What do you got?
What do I got that's another award for me? Let's see here. I have best Telltale game not made by Telltale Games. And that goes to Life is Strange.
And I played the first episode, and I really did enjoy it, but it wasn't enough to be like, I need this game in my life. But everyone talks about it, and I feel that now I should be playing it.
I do too. It's climbing a bunch of other people's other award lists. You know, ones that take them more, seriously, I guess, or whatever.
Yeah,
Screw those guys.
Seriously.
Yeah, whatever, man. Get out of here with that.
I do like that you brought that award out, though, because it segues perfectly into my game that is actually a Telltale game, and it's the award for the game I wish I'd played in 2015, but will definitely be playing in 2016, and that goes to Tales from the Borderlands. I've heard nothing but good things, especially all year. It's just I played other things, and so I never played it, and everyone's saying it's really good, and I now have the whole episodes 1 through 5 downloaded, and I will play Tales from the Borderlands.
Yeah, I just downloaded them myself. I've been playing through them over the weekend. I got that in Game of Thrones, and Game of Thrones was making me really sad. So I decided to play a little bit of Tales from the Borderlands because it doesn't make me as sad, but then it gets surprisingly sad, and it hurts you anyway. I love it. It's good.
Honestly, that's the reason that I didn't play any more Walking Dead. I completed the first season of Walking Dead, and I did not do season 2 of Walking Dead because it made me feel like a shitty person, and I didn't like it.
It's dreary. That should be on the box, like warning, dreary as hell.
Oh my god, it's a great game, but oh my gosh, I couldn't even. It was damaging, and then they showed that Clementine had like a baby, and I was like, I can't deal with the baby. I'm gonna hop right to another quick one that's not so fun, but it deserves some recognition. Is the best racer that I didn't play enough of, and that goes to F1 2015. I love Formula 1, but I've been playing so much other stuff that I never got to play enough of it.
I've never played an F1 game, so
Do you like Formula One?
I guess not. But
Then
I
you
feel,
probably won't want to play it.
yeah, I just feel indifferent towards it. Would indifference make me want to play it?
I guess if you like going fast and
Yeah,
you
typically.
like when you hit walls, you lose parts of your car and you don't drive as well, then yes, you probably like it.
Not in real life.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I wouldn't be down.
No,
Oh.
that's what it is. You hit something and you lose you lose the front wing. You have to go into the pits and get your wing back. I mean, I guess you could turn the damage off, but that's not as fun.
Wings, huh? I can't drive a Prius in that one?
No, no, it's all open wheel, fast as shit cars, which
Fair
are
enough.
Formula One cars.
Fair enough.
Formula One.
F1.
What do you got for me?
What do I got for you? I got best film intro that wasn't in a film. It goes to Metal Gear Solid 5. It was amazing.
Okay, we will come back to Metal Gear Solid 5. We will come back to that. What's
Spoilers.
no spoilers in this podcast? What else
None.
you got for us?
All right, we got this one's intricate, or not really. I just named different games. Most unnecessary comeback of the year. I have it going towards the new Guitar Hero, Rock Band 4, and Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5, which, you know, the heart was willing, my heart especially. I grew up playing nothing but that trifecta of games in high school, man. But they don't really have a place in 2015. Like, Rock Band 4 was exactly 3, but now it's on my PS4. I just, it just wasn't a perfect execution. From what I hear, Guitar Hero Live was weird. I don't know if you ever got to try that one out.
They said Live was different, and they said it was in Live was different, but in a good way, and it kind of gets you pumped up. Nerd Farm does. We did Rock Band like nights, and so we'd get a stage up, all the Rock Band up. It was for last gen. They want to bring it back. I'm not quite sure how it's going to work just because the new one's out. I haven't played any of them. I'm not going to play Tony Hawk as broken as it sounded like it was.
Oh, yeah.
But one thing that I will bring up, even though it's a new game that's in 2016, is Harmonix did Amplitude, and I'm playing it now.
Yeah.
That was my hitting the things as fast as I can.
I just thought you were being threatening, but yeah.
No, this is threatening.
Oh, you're right.
Yes, and Amplitude is fantastic. There's a few songs that suck, but I guess it's in every game.
Yeah.
And
Well, that's what hurt me with Guitar Hero. The set list, nothing on there I really drew me to it, and a lot of the songs were repeats from previous games. So,
well, the funny thing is, I get all the press releases from Harmonix, and they tell me, hey, these songs are coming out for Rock Band, and they're like, oh man, the whole new set list for Disturbed is out. I'm like, delete.
I was like, that's great. Thank you, guys. All right, do you have another one on there?
I'm going to give one. We can both speak on this. Is the best walking simulator, and I think everybody knows what it goes to, but everybody's got a Rapture. I love that game. I know you didn't like the glow.
I didn't. I can officially take a stance on the game. I didn't really like that game. I appreciated what it did, and I think the concept might have been. I don't think it really hinged too well on the fact that it was interactive. I think the game forgot it was interactive at most times because it was too busy trying to paint a portrait for yourself. And I'm just like, well, maybe this wasn't the right medium for it. Maybe it should have been like a cool movie or something like that. But I don't know. I thought a much more effective game in the same vein that came out for PS4 this year. I think it came out in 2014 on PC. Was The Vanishing of Ethan Carter, which we both enjoyed, I believe.
And we did. I enjoyed The Vanishing of Ethan Carter. Talking about the walking simulator, I like the story for Everybody's Gone to Rapture. I thought it was enough to not do a lot and to look the way it did, to build the town that it built. There was changing in the lighting and in the sky and leaves falling. And man, some of the music just gave me goosebumps, and it was a really good feeling. So I really enjoyed Everybody's Gone to Rapture when I took it for face value for what it was, not maybe what it's trying to be, maybe too artsy. But I love the whole feeling. I love the soundtrack. The segue for The Vanishing of Ethan Carter is the fact that The Vanishing of Ethan Carter also got an award, which is the best supernatural detective, goes to The Vanishing.
I agree totally. And I do love my supernatural detective stories. I talk about them all the time, don't I?
Oh,
every time we see each other.
You tell me all the time, and they're actually, you think, hey, how could there be an award for the best supernatural detective? But there was actually a game that came out in, was it 2014 or 2015, that you were actually a supernatural detective,
The guy
And
with the fedora, right?
yes, and I can't think of the name right now, but you could.
Because it was terrible. It was like Unghosted or something like
It
that.
was
It
like,
was
but you could possess a cat, and so I spent half my time as the cat wandering
fantastic.
around.
Holy
God,
shit. Was that game
you,
of the year for 2014 or
I don't know if it was 2014, but um, I will look it up.
that's
We should have
please.
been smart. We should have been smart and
Oh
actually
yeah.
looking it up. We did, but
I was
uh,
thinking of that game too, but yeah.
it was like the undecided or whatever. I'll figure it out.
Unghosted, I'm telling you, I
It's
swear.
not Unghosted.
I'm pretty sure it's Unghosted, but all right. If you don't want to take that bet. All right, and okay, well, I'll throw another one. I'll throw one at you, friend.
Throw one at
Uh,
me.
it's not connected to anything. Biggest, what the hell are you talking about? Game of the year is Undertale, which I've only heard by way of word of mouth. I literally have never seen gameplay of it. I don't see it on the bigger junkets, the ones you hate, IGN and all that stuff. I don't
Yes.
really hear about it there, but I go like on Tumblr and there's a bunch of freaking like memes for Undertale and stuff, and I'm like, what do you got? What is this? I did it the honor of looking it up, and I still don't really have a big concept of what it is. You control a human child who's navigating the underground. And apparently it's inhabited with monsters. You could either be like, hey, I'm going to chill with you guys, you seem pretty cool, or hey, I'm going to destroy you, you don't seem cool at all. And they're going through like a war. That's the concept. It sounds awesome, but apparently it looks like an NES game or like a yeah. Yeah, it looks like an NES game. There you go.
Well, that's
Educated
yeah,
enough.
that's weird.
Yeah.
But when you talk about the people I don't like reading, it's like I don't like reading IGN, and
Yes.
what sucks is their game coming out that I'm very excited for called Firewatch, and IGN apparently has all the content for it, so I have to read
Yeah.
IGN to get anything on Firewatch, which I'm very excited for. Which Firewatch, just from the hype that I'm giving it, is easily a contender for Game of the Year for 2016. So
Is it another walking simulator? Like it look it
it
looked
is.
like it. Yeah, it
It
is.
looks and it's has
But it looks
great
really interesting. Yeah.
it has great colors. The comedy in it, I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Because I like hiking so much.
There's something like Hitchcockian about that game too, like the way that the suspense like kind of unfolds. Yeah, I'm down with that one. See, that's the kind of walking simulator I'm down with, where
Yeah.
shit's coming at you.
He's
You know?
like oh, somebody cut the wire, and you're like, oh, what? This is now like a suspense thriller. This is gonna be great.
Yeah, yeah.
But speaking of suspense, man, we are so good
What
at
do you got?
segues. The
Uh-huh.
best campy horror goes to Until Dawn, which I thoroughly enjoyed Until Dawn. I really did.
I don't know if I thoroughly enjoyed it, but I did enjoy it through, if that's fair.
I
It
did.
just, I mean, I like what it did. I think more of my grief is with the story itself. I think that's what it is. The story itself, kind of like not to give away too much. It starts as one kind of thing, which is a very campy, tropey, cabin in the woods kind of story, like slasher film stuff, and then it turns into a monster movie, like in its third act, and kind of just supersedes everything that's gone before it. And you're kind of like, well, I wish you stuck to one of those, man. Like if it was a monster movie, like all the way through, that would have been pretty rad too. But for what it did, for what it accomplished, and for the high level of acting, I enjoyed it.
And I think had I played more horror games, it'd probably have some competitors. Like if I would have played Soma, which I'm actually looking forward to playing Soma. I just haven't done it.
Yeah, I haven't played that one
Because
either.
I'm one man. I can only play so many things at a
I know,
time.
and yet I wish there were two of you, one for each coast.
And one for each coast, one for each body to hug,
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. The one that I had it as like the best
that?
soccer game, but you had a much better award for it as the I can't believe we're talking about this, but I'm glad we are. That award goes to Rocket League, which I wasn't a believer.
Yeah.
I wasn't a believer until PlayStation Plus gave it to me for free, and I'm so glad they gave it to me for free because it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, I didn't even hear about it until they gave it out for free, and I'm glad I got it in my life. It was so enjoyable for the 3 weeks that I was really dedicated to playing it. And then I think, like, what? Metal Gear came out.
Yeah,
or
and
something. Yeah.
I felt bad because the have you heard of a game called Armello?
I've heard of it. I don't know anything about it.
So Armello was kind of like a dice card game, stuff like that. They gave me a code for it, and I was like, I really kind of liked it. I liked the play style, the strategy and stuff. But Metal Gear Solid came out, and it got tossed to the wayside, and they were like, hey,
Oh,
are you
wow.
going to do $60 game because they're indie. They're nice developers, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, about that.
Is your game Metal Gear?
I was like, there's this guy, and he doesn't have a hand. I'm kind of into it.
You've used that excuse on me before.
I have. It's good.
All right.
What award you got before I give away too much?
Before you give away too much, don't give away too much. Did I skip one? No, I didn't skip one. I think we had two different. This is another two different answer one, but mine was most forgotten game of 2015 belongs to Evolve.
And mine was the biggest underachiever. And
But-
because I run the blog, that's going to be the actual award. But I agree with what you're saying.
Okay. I see. Yeah, no, Evolve, man, a lot of hype. Actually, it was almost the most overly hyped game of 2015. Because I remember going to movie theaters and seeing a freaking Evolve commercial, like, play out on the silver screen before a movie. And, God, they were hammering it home, like, on Hulu ads and everything. And I know 2K was like looking at it as like their next like flagship, and just the people kind of spoken and they're like, yeah, this is cool, but I don't know if it's really like a $60 game that we really need to be getting down on.
Yeah, especially with really only a few different type of game types to play. There's only a few you can play. I think a lot of it was drowned in the over exclusive. Everything they did like over exclusive. The season pass.
Yeah.
It was too much. It was too much, and like putting it down people's throats. And I think they were not getting into it because they were waiting to see what else was coming up next because there was too much.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing is I think it's a better achiever than Titanfall. I'd rather play Evolve than Titanfall. So when you look at those two, I'd rather go with Evolve. I think it's a great game. That's why I cut it as like the biggest underachiever, but yeah, like there's just not enough people playing it.
No, kind of dead in the water there. All right, and
one game that you didn't play that it infuriates me. I'm stuck on a level, but it's the most infuriating digital card game, and that goes to Hand of Fate. Great game, love it. I love the play style, the RPG, all that stuff. Great stories. I'm at this one level that is kicking my ass, and I essentially quit the game because of it. But it's a great game, Hand of Fate. Look it up, it's fun.
Great game. Quit it. Never gonna play it again. It's junk. It's garbage, but it's a great game.
Hit it and quit it. Your tone's all wrong.
Hey, speaking of, I have one that kind of goes into that plays into that.
Okay, play it up.
But you changed the wording on this one though.
I bet I did.
You changed it to most controllers destroyed because of this craven of a game.
Yep.
And that goes to Bloodborne, which it is a great game. Just the same way Hand of Fate, it's a great game, but it pisses me off every time I pick it up. It pisses me off more and more every time that I put more minutes into it. I had to stop. It was like, this is not really like relieving any stress for me. And I kind of don't go to, I look for challenge in games. Yes. I don't look to go through like emotional turmoil during a video game like that, which is with my rage. I don't need to be reminded of my rage when I play a game. That's what it is.
No, and it's funny because I think we've talked about it where we talked about Bloodborne before. Is I'm not a sadist.
No.
And like I told in the podcast earlier, if anyone ever listens to the podcast, is I played Bloodborne because I give all those games a chance. With Dark Souls, I give them a chance. Dark Souls 2, I give them a chance. I got to see what all the talk's about. I like challenging games. I'm terrible at them. And I played Bloodborne, played all the way through, got pretty far, was doing really well, and then I didn't understand how to save correctly. And so when I came back, it was back at like some load point, and I was like, back in the game slide. But
get out of here.
It's a good segue. Let's see if I can find where we talk about. It's where you talk about raging. It's the best esports game that I just can't quit, and that's Smite. Even though how mad I get, I've dedicated so much time, and when I'm doing good, I guess it goes with anything. When I'm doing good, I feel great. But when I'm doing shitty, I feel like a terrible person. Smite is fantastic. I like all the gods. I like playing it, but I do rage. Like just out of nowhere, just be like, "Fuck! God damn it!" and stuff like that. And then I don't
It's
quite
scary.
break my controllers because they're expensive. But
I'm glad there's enough reason through
Yeah,
the red that you see when your vision goes red. You're just like, I can't go back to Target for this. I can't do this.
gonna have to save up some more pennies. What is the next one you got
hmm
for me?
Um, it's a long one. It was my long one. Okay, it's a great game in and of itself, but not enough to make you give a shit about the franchise again. And that goes to, and I'm sorry, Capcom, it goes to Resident Evil Revelations 2, which I don't think you got down on, right? Because
No, I
yeah,
quit I quit Resident Evil years ago.
like beef. Like I don't eat red meat anymore. I just, I like it, but it's bad for me. That's Resident Evil. That's what it
Yep,
is nowadays.
I quit it after four, but I did get back into the
Damn.
remake of one,
Yeah.
and I was disappointed that they changed it, so I quit that one because I want my Resident Evil back.
Right, we talked about this. You have
We
this
did.
aversion to the greatness that is remake
Yep.
because
Which you want
you
to
like
segue
one so
into?
much.
You want to segue into the remake award?
You have one?
Yeah, you have one.
Go ahead.
It's the read the
Oh,
fine
wait.
print.
Oh, read the fine print is a fun one because this actually happened to a few people. So, this year they announced that they are finally going to remake Final Fantasy VII, which is a big deal to like everyone out there except for me and Burke. Because I didn't play 7, and I don't think you care about 7, right?
Nope, don't give a
Yeah,
shit.
so basically, I don't give a shit. But a lot of you out there do. I respect it. You care about things I don't care about, like My Little Pony. It's fine. Do you? And what happened was very untimely. They re-released Final Fantasy VII, like the bare bones original, which was actually redone for PC, on PS4. People started downloading it and getting pissed off when it was like, "This. Wait a second. How come this looks like garbage? This looks like junk." It's not remake. It's you just got to read the fine print, my
Got to
friends.
read the fine print here, people. Um, when we talk about the remasters, there's also another award you have where it's like,
Oh.
who asked for this remaster?
Yeah, yeah, we had a few of them on there too. All right, it was my favorite, Deadpool the game, like the lukewarm adaptation with a Nolan North as Deadpool, which I'm fine with Nolan North as Deadpool, but the game itself apparently was just very cut and dry.
Yeah, it was very uninventive, very
Yeah,
repetitive.
right. Just the kind of shit that you eventually find like in the bargain bin, like the bin that they put outside of GameStops. Have you seen of like used games? Like they're
Yep.
just the box is empty. Yeah, that's where Deadpool is. But they brought it back, remastered, charged $40 for it again. Um, Way to go. We had another one on there, which was the same that really confused me. Was Prototype 1 and 2. The lauded Prototype games got remastered. Somebody kicked enough change around to get those back into disc spinners, which I can't believe. Have you played those games?
Oh, I played the first one and that game was just awful, and I
Yeah.
was like, I am out on this.
Oh yeah, it's like bad Infamous, but whatever.
No, it really is. It's terrible, Infamous, and they said, oh, it's better than Infamous. You got some cool things you do, and I was like, no, and I don't even like Infamous either, so it didn't bode well that I even tried the game out in the first place.
All right, and then another one, which I can't give it too much flack, dude. But Darksiders 2. Nobody's really clamoring for a remaster of it. It happened anyway. There you go. It's out there if you have obscure want to play one of the PS3's also lukewarm titles.
Yeah, let's not lie about this. Every single one of those games are all in that bargain bin. Every single
Yeah.
one. And they didn't even. Darksiders 2 maybe got some things where people are like, I really like this game, and they would like to see like a not like a director's cut, but like a collector's edition. Just like Dishonored has their Game of the Year edition, stuff like that. You would almost see a Darksiders 2 edition of that. But Deadpool
Right.
and the Prototype games are very forgettable, very shitty. Let's not even sugarcoat that.
You're right. But Burke, what's one remaster I've been wanting for years? Years, buddy.
I don't know. Tell me.
Oh, it's 50 Cent Blood in the Sand.
Yeah. I got rid of my 360 and I kept a few games, and that's one of them.
So,
There is a
I
dream. There is a dream that when they say, "Oh, can you vote for the games that you'd like on the Xbox One?" and I just put that one in every single day. I just put it in for the votes.
you're doing the Lord's work there, buddy.
Oh, dude,
We'll get it back, man. Oh, I enjoyed it so much.
it's so. I don't even. Okay, so
Yeah.
EA. What was? I can't look at it right now because it's in the other room. But
Go.
50 Cent Blood on the Sand, like, who made that game? Was it 2K? Was it one of the 2Ks?
I'm gonna look it up right now.
All right, look it up right now.
I don't think it was. It might have been Activision. They
Okay,
they get up to a fool once again.
so
All right, there we go. Blood in the Sand.
they.
Sequel to Bulletproof. I didn't even play
Yeah.
Bulletproof, and I love Blood in
No,
the
I
Sand.
didn't. Blood on the Sand's an amazing game.
You're gonna love this. THQ did it.
There you go. So THQ makes this. Okay,
Okay.
EA has this game with these two badass guys. These two badass guys you can play co-op. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I can't even remember the name of it because they wore like Jason masks and stuff.
Kane and Lynch.
Not Kane and Lynch. Stop with that.
No?
Not Kane. No, I hate
Whoa, no,
Kane
no,
and
no.
Lynch.
Army of Two.
Army of Two. Army
There
of
we
Two.
go.
Okay, so
Stop
and then
with
there's
that.
so there's these games that
Yeah.
everyone's like, all this hype, and here's 50 Cent, Blood on the Sand, which blows them out of the water and is so much better. And
know.
oh my god, I don't think that game does not get enough credit except for these small group of people who all get together and just say how good that game is, and that other people outside of me are like, what are you guys talking about?
Oh,
Yeah, 50
it's so
Cent.
good. Some of
Oh.
the execution kills in that game. Oh, it topples what Gears of War tried to do. It's
Oh, dude.
amazing.
Speaking of Gears of War, so
Whoa.
I'm not big into the esports thing. Not too big, but I pay attention
Yeah.
to MLG, which Activision's gonna probably, I think they did buy. The Smite World Championships just got finished. The
Okay.
League Championships are coming up. Did you know there's still a Gears Championship?
No?
Yeah, that's still a thing. Apparently, a Gears multiplayer esports is still a thing. And I was
Is it like 36 dudes just kind of sitting around playing 360?
Yeah, apparently. I was like,
Huh.
how is this even still a competitive sport? Anyways,
Good on them. Keep the hope alive, man.
the my game of the year last year was Wolfenstein.
Yeah.
Because
Was
I
it?
thought it was
I
fantastic.
remember that.
Oh yeah, fantastic game. Still love it to this day.
Okay.
Not as good as Wolfenstein, but it gets an award for being the best prequel to a game that was game of the year. Is Wolfenstein the excuse me,
The old blood.
the Old Blood.
Yeah.
And that game was good, not as good as
Badass
Wolfenstein, but it's a great game for. You can buy it now for $10, $12.
Yeah.
It-
Yeah, it's like $10. And it's standalone too. You don't even need
Yeah.
like the Wolfenstein disc.
It's
Yeah, no,
completely worth it.
I love it. I love the old school shooting. Okay.
Not every first-person shooter, but a few games need a level that's really like drug infused, but they never do as good a job as the award for the best drug infused level
What do you
is
got?
for Hotline Miami 2.
Okay, right on.
If you get a chance, just
Yes.
YouTube the last few levels of Hotline Miami 2, and it's amazing.
What drug are you on in that?
Oh, you just go to a table like the donkey off Bachelor Party and just eat and snort a bunch of cocaine and eat things you don't know, and then you go out to the world. Except the donkey dies, but you don't, without
That's fine.
spoiling too much. But it's like you enter. There's like a rainbow road, and you enter a area. All the dudes are already dead, but then it's fantastic. It's this crazy. And the music's fantastic as it is with all the Hotline Miami games. But Hotline Miami 2, just YouTube last few levels, best drug infused levels. There you go.
Best drug infused levels. Love
I
it.
think I don't. Do you have
What?
many more? I think that's almost close to our game of the years now.
I mean, I'm looking at a bunch. Should I just rapid fire them?
Well, let's see here. I know you have 2
Yeah.
or 3. And mine are about done. I think
Looks like
we've got all my awards.
I think I've skipped a few just for brevity.
Oh,
But
you know what? I see one right here. I see 1, 2, 3, 4. I see 4.
you see 4.
Not counting your game of the year.
Do you know which 4 you're seeing?
So there is one
Yeah.
that the Rolling Stones wrote a song for it, where I get
Huh?
no satisfaction and there's no respect. I think I ruined that one. I think I was thinking of two different songs.
Are you looking at the fighting game one?
I am. That's
Was
what I'm
that
looking at.
I don't know if you were trying to drop some like, I had to decipher on air what you were trying to say. Okay. Yeah, so best fighting game that well, yeah, for brevity, that seems to get no respect as being the best fighting game would be Mortal Kombat X, which is even better, I would say, than the reboot one they did, which was actually great unto itself. Like, because that one came out the same year as Marvel vs. Capcom 3 did, and I swear to God, that's a better game. Mortal Kombat's a better game than that. But nobody in the fighting game community agrees. I don't know if you know a lot about the fighting game community, but they don't really like playing anything that doesn't have Capcom's name on it. It's all Street Fighter. It's all. I mean, Tekken gets in there too, but for some reason, Mortal Kombat people are like, yeah. It's got a small scene. I don't
Yeah,
know why.
I suck at every fighting game, so
I know.
I don't even
Yeah.
affiliate with those people.
Shoot, I don't know them. I don't see them.
Those people.
Uh, yeah. I know I got a few more in here too.
I know you got one the only reason that this game makes an
Yeah.
appearance in the 2015
Right. I'm looking at it.
Farmcast is because the
Yeah.
PC version came out in 2015, so it actually, by a loophole, makes itself eligible.
All right. So this one is. Wait. You guys are still playing this game of the year? Goes to Grand Theft Auto 5, which I'm impressed with the longevity of that game because it doesn't seem like it's really a part of. Is there a bee in your room? I just saw you look around real fast.
No, I'm actually watching a hockey game, and the Kings scored to make it 3-2, so now they're winning. I got that going for me. Or them, whatever you want to say.
You
Bees
helped.
don't scare
This
me.
podcast is helping.
Yeah.
Okay? We're giving them the strength. All right, so we got GTA 5. People are still playing it, which I don't know how much you liked it. I thought it's a great game. I guess I get sick of it just hearing about it. Like in
Yeah.
2013, it's all you would hear about. And then it's still around, and I'm surprised. Like we don't move on. We got other open world games.
Here's my story about GTA 5. I really liked it, but it's like
Yeah.
some of the other games that I played. I did not play a single minute of the single player. I only played multiplayer.
Really?
Nope. I didn't touch the single player, and I played a lot of the multiplayer.
I played a little bit of the multiplayer in 4, and then 5 I tried to get into it, but I could never get like a good match. Like it just seemed so unstable. I guess they smoothed it out because people were really jamming on their other lives. They're treating like Second Life basically in the
Yeah.
middle of a place where you can launch helicopters at people.
I think I got into it the 1 or 2 days after it came out, so I didn't have any problem with servers. I thought they did great. So
Yeah, weird. Well, I was playing on a PS3 though. Were you playing on an Xbox?
no, I was playing it
No.
on PS. Yeah, maybe it was PS3.
6.
PS3.
PS6.
Anyways, enough talk about GTA 5 that I haven't played in
It's
a
done.
year. It's done. It's over. It's over with.
Yeah. I know I
One
haven't-
game that you
Yeah.
have that you liked that I was like, how do you like this and make fun of Dark Souls at the same
Oh, I
time
know
because
it.
they're essentially almost the same goddamn thing.
Yeah. What do you? Not really though. They're not. I'm telling you. But okay. Best game to scratch your Skyrim itch goes to The Witcher 3. Which,
Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about.
It does.
I'm not gonna talk about The Witcher 3.
Don't.
Because
It upset you.
It will. It was not exactly, but it was kind of like Dark Souls, where I'd have to fight a guy and then dodge, and then strike, and then dodge, and they would beat the living shit out of me, and I didn't have any fun with it.
Yeah. See, the thing is, I can't play Dark Souls because I hate that. But it doesn't. In The Witcher, like, no, there's a little more ebb and flow. It's kind of like Zelda. It's a stretch.
Yeah.
It's kind of like it. All right. It's done though. 2015 win. You can't do Witcher. I know I had one more though that on here before we
You
can
do.
move on.
I am
I
looking
guess
right at it.
you're looking right at it. All right. It is the best exclusive that has no valid reason to be an exclusive. That goes to Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Well, and the funny thing about Rise of the Tomb Raider is they said it's an exclusive, but they've already said that PS4 is going to get it, so it's really not an
A year
exclusive.
later.
But it's an exclusive for
Timed
I think
exclusive.
it's a
Yeah.
timed exclusive. I think it's 2 years, so I think it'll come out on the PS4 in 2017, I believe,
Oh, that's
which is a
horrible.
wild. It's
Yeah.
if not to be like if you're a real gamer, because I know times are tough. Not everyone can have both systems, but I have both systems. I got rid of my 360 to get my Xbox One, so I could get it if I wanted to, but I don't want it.
I undercut a GameStop to buy my Xbox One.
Ooh,
I just
good.
said I'll give you the credit value in cash. So yeah, there you go. No, you got to be thrifty when it comes to gaming if you
Yes,
want to game a lot.
And when it comes to gaming and GameStop and wanting to get the most out of your dollar, but as we talk about systems and trading in a 360, there's this system that is still out there, but I forget it. It's like Wii
We what?
the Wii U. That's what it is.
Oh yeah, that's the one.
Yeah,
So
there's this company called Nintendo that don't just make handhelds. They actually make this system called the Wii U, and games do come out for it.
really,
Yeah,
like consistently, or is it like a big event, like when the popes change?
it really depends if you like being a squid or a kid, or a squid or a kid, or if you like to
Oh,
be a squid or a kid.
okay,
And then stuff like that.
that's fair.
What is
Yeah.
your if we do a drum roll? Is
Okay.
there a time limit? How long have we been talking for?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I
There's
can
really
press.
no timer. I should have paid attention to the
I
time, but
I don't see a timer either.
I'm on hockey time right now,
it'll-
and there's 11 minutes left in this game.
We've been doing
Um,
this for an hour and 6 minutes.
Holy shit! Well, we
Yeah.
actually got the podcast started a little bit after we talked, so I bet it's probably like 45 minutes, and I'm going to edit on YouTube
That's
because
the
I
hope.
fucked to the back.
Okay. There we go.
Without further ado, and everyone can imagine a drum roll, what is your game of the year?
My game of the year, fall Lego Jurassic World.
See? And I love
Stick to your
these-
guns.
Well, exactly. I love these game of the years because just like my Wolfenstein for last year, the reason I gave it to it is it was just the funnest game. Whether it was the story or whatever, it was the game that gave me the most enjoyment.
I agree. And that would be Lego Jurassic World. What game made me the happiest out of any game I played this year? Was it Fallout, which stresses me out every time that I forget the save before walking into a building? Was it Metal Gear, which is actually just a great game? No, man. It was about Lego Jeff Goldblum and Lego
Yes.
Lego Sam Neill. That's where I smiled the widest and felt half a kid again, to use a turn of phrase. It's also a pretty creative game, but I'm not going to keep on, I just couldn't choose a better answer.
Well,
So,
and here's the thing: is I haven't heard
Yeah.
a bad thing about Jurassic Lego World, and Nick got the game
Yeah.
too, and he loved it. And so
I love it. Yeah.
I'm just not a big. I love real Legos. I have a few of the Lego, like Lego Marvel and stuff, and I just don't get into them that much.
It's okay. You're a man. You're a grown man, and I'm a wee man.
Uh,
I'm a child.
my game of the year though is
Yeah.
everyone could probably guess was Metal Gear Solid 5, and not just for
yeah.
being Metal Gear, but I like what it did with the series where it took it. I also love the soundtrack. I love taking my iDroid and putting it on all the 80s new wave tracks or anything like that.
Oh yeah, of course.
I actually spent my time going through the maps and just free roaming so that I could go into. I bought the strategy guide because I like to know where everything is and cheat. So I went and looked up on the map where all of the cassettes were, and so I just free roamed and found every single cassette so I could roam around with my iDroid playing playing every 80s song that there is.
It's a good
Which-
ploy.
Yeah, Kojima did a fantastic job on his last piece of work with the Metal Gear series. My only disappointment was also the same problem I have with Fallout is collecting your ingredients and collecting all that stupid shit. Like, I never liked going into an area and being like, oh, I need that box of flames, right? So I come in there because I need, whatever mineral it is, whether it be, the flames or the mineral or the diamonds, and I'm like, I need to choke this guy out because he's gonna see me, but I also really need what's in that box, and so you kind of sneak over to get the things out of the box and then sneak back over to him. I felt that took away from the gameplay a little bit, but the story's a little convoluted. It
For Metal Gear? What?
right. It is a little hard to follow. There are a lot of characters. It's like House of Cards, a show that I've never seen, but I believe there's lots of characters in it, and it's hard to follow.
There's a few.
But I just the mechanics are so well done. I do like that the story is there, and it gets deep, especially when you start getting to Africa. It gets fucked up. The companions aren't annoying like the companions in Fallout 4. They're actually useful, unlike the companions in Fallout 4. And so it's a little biased for me to go with the Metal Gear, and it's really easy to give it, but it really is the game of the year for me. I would love to not give it to Metal Gear game and give it to somebody like I did last year where it got Wolfenstein. But for me, like you said, which one gave me the most enjoyment? It was definitely Metal Gear. There wasn't a time where, like in Fallout, I forgot to save, but it was every time I just loved sneaking around. I loved messing with the camouflage. I loved doing different camouflage and seeing, hey, if I build this, how much money am I spending? I really don't care for a lot of the off-site where you have to manage all your men. But
yeah, I never care for that. I don't like playing SimCity.
I said the same thing with Fallout, where I was like, I'm not going to care about these townships, and somehow I spend a lot of time in there building stupid houses. And same thing with this. I was like, I'm not going to worry too much about that, but then I started putting people in certain places and end up with a lot of elements that I needed, and it just went really well. I think also the reason I'm actually good at those games, unlike other games that I'm not good at, so it's easy to give me a good game of the year for a game that I am actually quite good at. So I think that about wraps it up. I think I even got a chance to talk about Amplitude, which I'm really excited about.
Somehow you threw it in there.
I got it. You start talking about Guitar Hero or Rock Band, I'm like, oh yeah, harmonics, yeah, Amplitude.
Whatever else they're doing.
So,
yeah.
Do you have anything else?
Anything else to add to the year?
You can add anything you want.
Absolutely. That's a lot of power, friend.
I know.
Oh, man.
Don't make me regret it.
I feel like I should say more about Fallout. Because I've given it my best go. I've been playing a lot more Fallout than I would have like Fallout 3.
Let's do this then. Let's leave a little bit of a teaser.
All right.
With
let's tease.
Nerd Farmcast episode 46.
Da-da-da.
We'll have a lot of Fallout because by that time I'll have probably two very high level characters. I have I should say high level, but I think I'm almost level 30 on my ninja. We may or may not use Google Hangouts just because I can't do another podcast with my Echo. My Acer, some of the keys can't type, but it doesn't mean I can't Skype. So I may still record and Skype and do the podcast that way. I just won't be able to use my EST. I think those keys don't work, so I'll just spell out without those letters and I'll record it.
I mean, how many words need ES or T?
Exactly, right?
Come on. You know? Look at us.
All right.
We're not Oxfords.
Now, actually, if we could just make it like a text and just take out all the vowels and the S and the T's. So instead of tomorrow, it's just now morrow.
There we go.
See? We're already making changes.
That's a lot of headway right there. That's 50% done.
But the 2015 Farmys are done.
Yeah,
and,
they're over.
I don't think I ever got one viewer. It's still 0 viewers, but I don't care.
It's fine.
I am Burke.
I am Kevin.
Hey. Oh, I didn't go to it. That son of a bitch. Here we go, right here.
Yeah.
What? Now it's not working. Present to everyone.
Did it record anything?
There we go. There we go. See, now you're on. That's Kevin.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, see, and now it wants to be. See, this is Google Hangouts. It's just complete shit, right? That
That's
pisses
fine.
me off.
It's fine.
Anyways, everyone, be nice.